How's everybody doing today? This is Corey Lee's Boxing, and we are definitely back with another banger. So, this morning, I just want to talk about Gary Russell Jr., what his plans are looking like next. Um, Gervonta Tank Davis, what it's looking like next for him. You got Leo Santa Cruz. That pretty much, can fight either fighter. You know what I mean? The two fighters that I just named. Or Gervonta Davis and Gary Russell could come to an agreement. You know what I mean? These are all fights that are on the board right now for both fighters. You know what I mean? And then you got Terrence Crawford. Romania Mike, what's going on, my brother? Smash that like button as soon as you guys come in here. Let's get these likes to the max. And then you got Terrence Crawford, out there looking for his next opponent. You know what I mean? Terrence Crawford right now, in my personal opinion, you guys, is he's just out there looking for his next opponent, man. I really, truly think that Terrence Crawford, can get an opponent, but will he be willing and able to pay that supreme price and that premier price that a lot of these fighters are charging right now? You know what I mean? You got Danny Garcia, making upwards of or over, $1 million to fight, Ivan Redcatch. So when a guy like Danny Garcia is making well over $1 million, probably $3 million to fight Ivan Redcatch, because from what I heard, he made about $3 million to fight Rod Salka. If he's making at least $3 million to fight Ivan Redcatch, okay, and what's the rush to fight? What's the rush to fight? Terrence Crawford. For only $3 million, or they might have offered him $5 million. When he's getting it. Not the for sure win, because as we all know, even with Julian J. Rock Williams, nothing is a for sure thing. But I just think right now, you guys, in the game of boxing, nothing's promised. Nothing is a for sure thing. You know what I mean? You got to work hard for everything you got. And this guy King Tut, the guy that Gary Russell just fought this past weekend, was a very, very tough opponent. From what I'm reading up on him, and, from what I seen, and he dismantled him. I don't think it was a very, very close fight like some maybe thought it was. Um, you had a lot of people that were picking against Gary Russell Jr. in this fight. They thought King Tut could get it done. Um, I wasn't one of them, but you got guys saying that, man. But yeah, you guys, please smash that like button as well. As soon as you guys come in here, it helps the visibility of the show. Ice that like button, you guys. Show some love. You already know how we doing it. But I really think right now that 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 Gary Russell Jr. needs to fight. Definitely needs to fight. One of these up and coming guys. Not even an up and coming guy. A guy, he needs a name right now. Gary Russell needs a couple names to solidify and end his career. Um, Gary Russell Jr. Versus anybody at the top 135 pounders. You got Teofimo Lopez. You got Vasil Lomachenko. You got Devin Haney. You got a slew of fighters right now that are at the 135-pound, division right now. You know what I mean? And right now, Gary Russell Jr. needs a name opponent next, and he's got to fight one of these guys, man. Come hella hot water, man. I mean, it sucks that he's got to move from weight division to weight division, to fight these guys, but he's been at 126 for a little over probably what 5, 6, 7 years. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's time. It's even if you're gonna be a little bit smaller than some of these 135-pound guys. It's time to move out. You know what I mean? If you can't get the fights that you want at 126 or at 130, you might have to move to 135, and that's what it sounds like he's already mentally ready to do. Look at Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner got the big fights when he went to 147. He got the Manny Pacquiao fight. He got the Paulie Malignaggi fight. You know what I'm saying? And the list goes on. 147 for you know for Adrian Broner. You got the big fights. But as far as Gary Russell Jr. goes, he needs to fight some of these guys, man. Straight up, man. He's in the prime of his career, or he could possibly be on the slide. We got to see. His last fight this past weekend. I don't think he was on the slide. I think King Tut was definitely a really good fighter. But, me thinking and looking at Gary Russell Jr., I just think that King Tut was a really good fighter. You know what I mean? So I can't take anything away from what he did. As soon as you guys come in here, smash that like button, ice the hell out of that like button. Romania Mike says, Leo Santa Cruz. Yeah, but I think Leo Santa Cruz is going to go with the Gervonta Davis bag. That bag definitely might be more fighting Gervonta Davis, being that Gary Russell was in his weight division, all year round for the last 2, 3 years. Leo Santa Cruz and Gary Russell Jr. could have got the fight. You know what I mean? And I looked at the Gary Russell Jr. Match on TV. It was in Allentown, Pennsylvania, I believe. And when he came out to fight, man, that crowd was looking real thin. I'm just being honest, man. Shout out to Gary Russell Jr. I respect him and his brothers, but yeah, man, maybe it was a location or what. But I know when he went to the MGM Grand, he sold it out. But that Allentown, I don't know why they put it out there, but like I said, man, it did not look thick. It did not look like it was a whole bunch of, fighting fans out there, man. But I just think the location could have been a little bit better. Why not take him back to the MGM Grand? Where he fought at, where he's already fought at and did success at, But that whole Pennsylvania thing, I didn't get that, But Al Heyman has a plan, and I guess that was part of the plans. Allentown, Pennsylvania. Smash that like button, you guys. Get these likes up. Can y'all hear me? Let's get these likes up. Ice it. Frank the French says, "Yo, Corey, Gary Russell Jr. versus Josh Warrington is one I want to see." Yeah, that's one I want to see as well too, man. But the only thing about that is, we gotta speak realistically. Josh Warrington is ready to fight. Um, is ready to fight. Shakur Stevenson. So Shakur Stevenson and Josh Warrington is ready to unify, and that's gonna be that. You know what I mean? But I really think that Shakur Stevenson is a promising fighter. But Shakur Stevenson already said that did he think that Josh Warrington was the best at 126, and he said no. He said no. He said flat out no. He said Gary Russell Jr. is the best fighter at 126. So he said that. So if he's coming out of his mouth saying that, you know, Gary Russell Jr. is the best at 126 at his division where he holds the strap at, that being Shakur Stevenson, you got to give props to him, man. You got to give props to him. You definitely got to give props to him, without a doubt. But I think right now, you guys, Gary Russell Jr.'s got, like he said, I overheard him talking. I don't know if he was saying it under his breath or he was saying it to a reporter, but he said pretty much Leo Santa Cruz has 1 month to make up his mind whether he's going to fight Gary Russell or not. And then if he doesn't make up his mind within a month, Gary Russell Jr. said he is leaving and he is going to 135. And I do not blame him. I do not blame him. You know, as far as Gary Russell go, as far as Leo Santa Cruz goes, I think Leo Santa Cruz has already made up his mind to go to go and fight Gervonta Davis at either a catch weight or at 135. You know what I mean? Smash that like button when you guys come in here, man. Early bird live stream, 7 a.m. live stream, 6:30 in the morning live stream. Um, yeah, man, show some love. Smash that like button, you guys. Get these likes up. It helps the visibility of the show and lets other people know that I'm live right now. But yeah, man, I just think right now, you guys, I think that Gary Russell Jr. is stuck between a rock and a hard place. You know what I mean? Because right now, he could fight the top guys if the top guys wanted to fight him. I truly believe that the top guys do not want to fight Gary Russell Jr. He is still a threat. And like some say, the risk is not worth the reward. But if he had the strap, it is worth the reward. But like I said, he's not at a hot. He is. He's at a. I'm not gonna say he's not at a hot division because 126. I believe it will become more hot in the next year or two because you got Shakur Stevenson, you got Josh Warrington, you got you did have Carl Frampton. I'm not sure if he's there anymore. So you got a couple fighters at 126, but I feel like the more explosive weight division is at 135. You got Gervonta Tank Davis, you got Teofimo Lopez, you got all of the heavy hitters at 135. A lot of the heavy hitters at 135. And I just think he can get more rec and more opportunity at 135 because right now all he's fighting is his mandatories. That's not cutting it for the fans. And I'm not gonna say the fans are boycotting Gary Russell Jr., but I mean nobody's standing in line to watch Gary Russell Jr. fight some of these guys that we've never heard of. Let's just be honest. And I don't believe a lot of it's his fault. I believe a lot of these guys, a lot of these guys, say what you may, but I feel like a lot of these guys are ducking Mr. Gary Russell Jr. Not only that, I believe his brothers are coming up as well. I believe, we could possibly be looking at a three-headed monster at some point. I believe one of his brothers is at 118. His other brother is at 140. Gary Russell's going to 135. So that'd be pretty much like a three-headed monster, man. And I know his other brother gave that Philly boy the business in the amateurs, man. Damn, I can't remember his name off the top, but one of the Gary Russell Jr. brothers um, gave this undefeated Philly fighter that a lot of people are talking about at 147. Gave him the business in the amateurs. You know what I mean? But nobody talks about that. You know what I mean? Nobody gives Gary Russell Jr.'s brothers credit for that. His brother credit for that. But all of it's gonna come out in due time. You know. I got interviews with all the Gary Russell Jr.'s. If you guys didn't check that out, go check out the interview I did with Gary Russell Jr.'s brothers. Um, Not only that, Gary Russell Jr.'s brothers, one of his brothers got robbed in the Olympics, and it was a big, investigation about that. And I really believe that he did get robbed. Looking at the situation and stuff like that. Romanian Mike says, "What do you think of the upcoming fights?" I think that the upcoming fights are definitely looking good. You got Charles Martin versus Gerald Washington of on the undercard of Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. I think if Charles Martin can win this fight against Gerald Washington, he is right back in title contention. This is for the IBF. This is for the IBF Eliminator. This is a pretty big fight. Um, I mean, you said that's a terrible fight, Brandon Harris. But I mean, what other heavyweight fights do you want to see? I mean, these are two guys that are, I'm not gonna say fringe contenders, but you got Charles Martin that used to be a heavyweight champion, used to be the heavyweight champion of the world. You know, he's coming off of a really really tough fight against Adam Kwanaki, I believe, and that fight was, I feel like if that fight, you know, was a little bit longer, I feel like Charles Martin could have possibly got him out of there, and that might have took a lot out of Adam Konaki out of that fight. You know what I mean? Because Charles Martin showed me a lot in that fight. He showed me that he didn't quit. He showed me that he was there for the long run, and I thought he started coming on late in that fight, man. I really did. So that shows me right there that he could possibly do some damage against Gerald Washington. Not only that, Gerald Washington knocking out the last guy he fought um, was kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Um, him knocking out the guy towards the end, it was wild though, man. But yeah, man, I really think right now that He says it's not the fight I have a problem with. It's the fact that this fight is a co-feature of a pay-per-view. Oh, okay. Well, like I said, I didn't know for sure if they were gonna co-feature this fight, but like I said, I could understand where you gotta pay your hard-earned money, and they got that fight as a co-feature. I can understand where you're coming from with that one. I could definitely understand where you're coming from with that one. Romanian Mike says, Romanian Mike says, I blessed you with some likes. Oh man, thanks so much. I'm like, wow, we almost got 15 likes, man. That's love right there, man, for sure. That's definitely big time love. That's 7 o'clock in the morning. Romania Mike, you know, I already know, big time supporter of Corley boxing. I thought I gave you a wrench already, man. Let's give Romanian Mike that wrench gang, man. You've been watching the show for a while, and you know, I'm telling you right now, man. Shout out to Romanian Mike, man. Long time listener to the Coily Boxer Show. Um, but yeah, man. I might start just doing these early morning live streams. I told you guys I'm gonna start doing the 7 o'clock p.m. live streams as well. But I want to start touching, you know, just going briefly on different subjects early in the morning, you know, and breaking news and whatever we have, the news we have in the morning. You know, kind of give you guys like a morning live stream as well. You know, when I get off work early in the morning, and I think you guys will like those live streams as well. Um, this is, he says, this is too early, bro, or too late. I'm in the West Coast, Vegas. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I'm in the East Coast right now, so people are getting up ready to go to work. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, so people are getting up ready to go to work. I just getting off work, so it kind of fits my schedule a little bit better. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. You know, you got Gervonta Davis versus, you know, I mean, it's crazy right now that we're gonna have at least three. No, we're gonna have at least four pay-per-view fights. At least four pay-per-view fights this year. You know what I mean? In the early part of the year, probably as well. You know, um, you got you got Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. You got possibly Gervonta Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz. That's another pay per view event. You got Earl Spence versus either um in his next fight could possibly be pay per view. No matter, I don't know who he's gonna fight next. Possibly, I'm just saying possibly. Um, you got Manny Pacquiao in his next fight could possibly be pay per view if he even if he doesn't fight Earl Spence, that could possibly still be pay per view. So that's at least four pay per views right there. Romanian Mike says 4 a.m. here. Oh, okay, no doubt. Romanian Mike says I'm about to post an ad in the New York Craigslist, then try to get some work. Oh, okay, no doubt, no doubt. You in New York, Romanian Mike? What you doing? French. He says early is good for me, bro. It's 12 here in the UK, so I pick you up then, my bro, at Cali Enigma after. Oh hell yeah, yeah. So I might do that, man. You know what I mean? I might start doing this, man. Romanian Mike says Triple G is fighting some undefeated dude. They bashing him. No, I'm in Vegas. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean Triple G, man. Triple G, not saying that that's the worst thing I've ever, or you know, the guys, you know, this guy that I'm just gonna shit on. But I mean, I'm just saying, what is Triple G? You know, what has he done for us lately, man? Fighting that guy Rolls or whatever his name was. I mean, come on, Raymania Mike. I know that's one of your favorite fighters is Triple G, but come on, man. We gotta call a spade a spade. What has he done? What has Triple G done for us lately? I mean, enough is enough. I would not mind Triple G fighting Canelo Alvarez next. You know, when they snuck they're gonna be sneaking in James Kirkland at the MGM Grand in DC or in Maryland next month in March. I already seen on BoxRec that James Kirkland will be at next month. So yeah, man, is gonna be making his comeback, and yeah, man. Romanian Mike says he has a contract with his own. He needs at least 2 fights this year. I would really want him to fight 3 years old. Triple G fighting 3 to 4 times a year. I think those days are over. And him with his new trainer, I think he was best when he was with Abel, just because of the fighting style that he has. Um, and I know he's gonna be in shape. I know Triple G's gonna be in shape. Brian Harris says Triple G has done nothing. Yeah, he hasn't done nothing, lately at Force. I'm gonna be honest. Man, Mike says the thing is, if you're in a contract with someone, they make the calls. Yeah, but you also have, you also make the calls as well. You can, you know. But I understand what you're saying. He's in a contract with his own. He definitely is. I definitely understand what you're saying. He says, Romanian Mike says we need to stop blaming the fighters, guys. If I was the zone, and he says, and you have a contract with me, you gonna fight who I want you to fight. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. That is very true. But enough's enough, man. Triple G, he's getting later in his career. I would think he would want to fight some of the marquee names right now. Some of the name fighters, you know what I mean? You know? But that's just what I think. What do I know? You know? What do I know? What do I know? Romania Mike says, I want to see Triple G versus Charlo or Boo Boo or Billy Joe Saunders. Yeah, me too. What's up with Triple G versus Charlo, man? Why we can't see that? I think that's a pretty good fight, you know. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section, man. I'm gonna get off here and get some shut eye. Thank you guys for watching, man, and I will be back tonight at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern time for another live stream, you guys. We're back on it Monday. We're back on it again, you guys. Thanks for watching, man. Romanian Mike, salute. Um, Brandon Harris, salute. Frank the French, salute. And the rest of the guys that's been on here, man, salute to you guys, man. Thank you guys for watching Corley Box, and I'll be back with another one. Peace out, you guys. Later.